Hello, and welcome to week 4 of Math 081. Can you believe that we are already in week 4 of the course? That means we're just about at the halfway point of this 8-week course for the summer. I hope you're having as much fun as I am, and you know what they say, time flies when you're having fun. What I would like to do in this video is draw your attention to some of the items that are going to be coming up in week 4. As always, you should be returning to the weekly modules at the beginning of every week to first view the overview for the week. So for the week 4 overview, definitely make sure you view that because you want to get a summary of all the items that are due this week, and you want to make sure that you're focusing on all the important things that you need to pay attention to for the week. Plus, by going to the weekly module and looking at the overview and by looking at all the assignments that are due, you're giving yourself the opportunity to budget your time efficiently through the week and embed time into your own calendar to make sure that you complete all your assignments on time. So you definitely want to start with the week 4 overview and just get a summary of what's coming up in the week. Then one of your tasks this week is to reply to the homework strategies discussion board. So last week you posted an initial post by Sunday night to that discussion board. And so by the Wednesday of this week, the 23rd, you need to return to the discussion board and post a reply to one of your classmates. So in the reply, you definitely want to read another post of a classmate and let them know what you found helpful about their post or what you found interesting about their post, or maybe add something valuable to their post, some way to generate further discussion so we can all really build up some successful homework strategies and share our ideas. We also have units 7 and 8 that are going to be due by Sunday night and more. So Sunday, June 27th, you have your assignments for units 7 and 8. Now, I also, in this module, I've built in a content page about alternative ways for solving percent application problems. So when you watch the media lessons in your MORE system, there is one approach that you will be seeing illustrated in the videos, that you will see illustrated in the videos for solving percent application problems. I like to give you a different approach. That way you can kind of have different methods that you can use. You can use them interchangeably if you want, or you might find one method you prefer over the other. But I like to show you an alternative method using what I call the A equals PB formula, which stands for area equals percent times base formula. I'm a big peanut butter fan, so I always love peanut butter. So A equals PB is how I remember that. But it's the amount equals the percent times the base. So if you want an alternative method for solving those problems, definitely view my content page where I walk you through a few examples. Okay, and then this coming Sunday night, you have another original discussion post for the topic of how to study for an exam, which is very fitting because this week we also have our first online exam, and we'll talk about that in just a few moments. But the discussion board for this week will give you some tips and strategies for preparing for an upcoming exam. So I definitely hope you find some of the content in the video useful, and definitely do it earlier in the week because you want to watch that video before you take the exam, because you're going to find a lot of worthwhile tips that you might want to implement as you're studying for the exam. Okay, another thing I want to make sure we're doing is reviewing the content pages that precede the Extend Your Learning activities. So you'll notice we have an Extend Your Learning activity called Mixing Drinks that's due Sunday night, the 27th. But before you go straight to that assignment, I know you may be really excited for it. It's called Mixing Drinks. It sounds really fun. But before you go straight to that assignment, you want to view the content page that comes right before it. The content page is there as a way for you to preview the material that you're going to see on the Extend Your Learning assignment before you actually complete the assignment. The Extend Your Learning assignments are designed to challenge you and to have you think more deeply about the content that we're learning during the week. So the content pages that come before the Extend Your Learning activities really help you tap into your critical thinking and help you tap into that deeper understanding that I really want you guys to reach. So on the proportional reasoning content page, you'll see that we go over some keywords and key terms, and then we have some visual examples. And then there's an example that aligns with the mixing drinks scenario that you're going to see in the Extend Your Learning activity. So it's a fun application of proportional reasoning and something that we've all done before. We've all probably made lemonade or a fruit punch or an adult beverage where we've had to adjust our ratios to get the perfect sweetness or the perfect tartness that we want in our drink. So we maybe add more mix or add more water or add more lemon juice or add more sugar, whatever it is that we need to get that perfect ratio of sweetness. And that's what this assignment is all about. And hey, that is proportional reasoning, whether you knew it or not. You're doing mathematics when you think you're doing something just as simple as making a pitcher of lemonade or maybe an adult beverage. But this activity, on the content page, the stuff you're going to see on the content page will prepare you for earning your best grade on the Extend Your Learning activities. And it really draws you into those key concepts. And then I end it with a quick video to illustrate the concept even deeper. And then after you view that content page and take notes on the examples in the content page, then I would say you're ready to go to the actual assignment and start the assignment. So before you download it and try to complete it, it's definitely worth your time to go through that content page that comes right before it in the module. Okay, speaking of the modules, let's go back to the modules. After the module for week 4, you will see the module for exam 1. So exam 1 is going to be due on June 23rd. It covers units 1 through 6. Before you go straight to the exam, I highly recommend you view the page called Let's Get Ready for Exam 1, and that will give you all the information you need to be successful on the exam. So there are actually 2 review assignments you can complete in more. There's a review of units 1 through 3 and then a review of units 4 through 6 that you can do as many times as you want to help you prepare for the upcoming exam. And then here are the exam guidelines. You have 2 hours and 30 minutes to take the exam. Some of you may use all of that time. Some of you may not. It just depends on your level of preparedness for the exam. And it just depends on the person on how long it's going to take them. But I would say a good rule of thumb is when you're planning your schedule this week, you need to give yourself an uninterrupted block of time for 2.5 hours to take the exam. The exam needs to be done all at once. It's not something where you can start it and then maybe work on 10 questions and then pause it and then go run an errand and then come back later. You have to do it all in one sitting. So if you think you might possibly use all 2 hours and 30 minutes, you need to block that time out in your day where you're not going to be interrupted, where you can just focus on the exam and not have to look at other websites or open anything else on your computer or have to get up and leave your workstation. So make sure that you can plan for that in your schedule so you can be as successful as possible on the exam. You will be showing your written work. So if you want more guidelines for showing your written work, definitely review the Expressing Your Mathematical Work guidelines again. There is no calculator on this first exam. On units 1 through 6, calculators were not permitted. There are 40 questions on the exam. 30 of them are multiple choice, and then the last 10 will be open-ended, and that's where you will use the Canvas equation editor to enter your answers. So we got some practice with that last week on the practice quiz for the Canvas equation editor. But basically that's it for the week. So again, review this page, this Let's Get Ready for Exam 1, so you know what to expect on the upcoming exam. I am always available to answer any of your questions. So all you have to do is reach out to me, send me an email, or join us in one of the Let's Meet sessions. I haven't scheduled them yet for week 4. I'm hoping to get more feedback from you guys on your preferred days and times, but I will schedule it soon and I will, of course, send out an email. So have a wonderful week and please let me know if you have any questions. And I hope you're staying cool in our triple-digit temps outside. But go have a mixed drink, whether it's just a lemonade or something a little more spicy. But whatever it is, drink responsibly. And I hope you have a wonderful week.